A new mother getting the scare of her life. She learned that she had COVID-19 minutes before undergoing an emergency C-section. She could not see her newborn baby for an entire week. Good evening, I'm Febin Cassoon in for Jeff Russo. Caitlin Marie says that she had planned for a home birth in Rochester, but could only find a midwife in Buffalo. She had a routine checkup last Thursday at 33 weeks pregnant. What happened next is something she says she will never forget.
One of the most traumatizing things that I've ever been through.
Caitlin Marie of Rochester thought she had planned her third child's birth perfectly.
I was planning a home birth, and so I had a midwife out in Buffalo, and some of my lab results looked a little funky, so she wanted me to follow up with a fetal medicine doctor, and that's when they discovered that there was no fluid around the baby and there was a lack of movement.
Since she was in Buffalo, there was no time to drive back with her husband.
So they were prepping me for the C-section, and then they just I'm crying, I'm trying to process all of this, and then they just quickly swabbed me. So then we were just waiting there for that, and it came back positive, and I was in shock.
Marie's daughter was taken to the NICU immediately after she was born and put into an isolated room.
I was in shock that no one would be able to go see my baby. And we asked if they could retest me, first of all, and if they could test him there. And they refused to do any testing.
She says doctors told her her daughter was born premature, so walking through the NICU with COVID would be risky.
And I said, well, if I wear PPE, through the unit, she's in her own room, she's isolated, and she's in a box herself, and they would not do it. They said, nope.
Marie tested negative outside of the hospital, but that was not enough. She left the hospital and headed for Rochester without her newborn. She said she could not see or touch her daughter for a week, except through FaceTime, until her lawyer called the hospital threatening to sue.
I didn't even know that this was something that could be taken from me, like a human that grew inside my body that I carried. And now those decisions are being made for me.
Marie tells me that she was able to see her daughter in the NICU with proof of her negative COVID-19 test. I did reach out to Catholic Health. A spokesperson says that their first priority is to protect patient and staff safety. They have stringent policies to protect premature babies in the NICU and the staff who care for them.